What's up, YouTube and Bachelor Nation? This is your boy, JB, and I'm here today with my first ever review of Bachelor in Paradise. So I was like, I don't have much on Mondays. I have Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. That ain't giving me much. I'm like, let's watch Bachelor in Paradise. I see why I've never watched this show. There's not very many people that look like me on this show. So before we get into this review of Bachelor in Paradise Season 7, Episode 1, let's go ahead and let me tell you guys, if you guys are watching this video or any other video and you guys are not yet subscribed to my channel, then do me a big favor and stop taking me out on this date that we're going on and hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, hit all the buttons on the channel. Now, without further ado, let's go ahead and talk about Bachelor in Paradise. I don't know how long this review is going to be, but we'll talk about it. Interesting show. All right, you guys, so what I'm going to do first is I'm going to talk about the cast. So I'm going to tell you guys who's a part of the cast. There's one person on this cast list that I'm looking at. I'm like, I don't remember seeing her. You guys let me know in the comment section below. And then you also let me know who, like, I don't know who these people are. I don't know who they are. I don't know the person's season that they were on. So you guys can give me some information. You guys can keep me hip to this, right? So the first person that I'm going to put on the screen, his name is Aaron. And he came from Katie's season. Now, I do know that Katie was just the Bachelorette that just ended, what, last week or the week before, right? So I do know who Katie is. Next up, we have Abigail. She's from Matt's season. I know who Matt is. He's the first Black Bachelor. Know who Matt is. Then we have Brendan, and we have, he's from Claire and Tayshia's season, right? Okay. Next up, we have Connor. Connor has an interesting face. So I'm looking at my laptop, you guys, but you guys are going to see them on the screen, but I'm looking at my laptop. Connor, one of his eye, I'm looking at like this eye right here. Actually, his eyes look like they're different colors, or one eye looks bigger than the other. Never mind. But Connor is from Katie's season. Then we have Deandra. She's from Peter's season. I have no idea who the hell Peter is. You guys can fill me in on that one as well. Is she mixed? Because the braids are what's throwing me off. That's what's throwing me off. It's the braids. Is she mixed? Let me know about that one in the comment section below. Next up, we have Ivan. Ivan, I know who Ivan is. Ivan is from Claire and Tayshia's season. I've actually saw Ivan before. I saw Ivan earlier this year when I was doing not Uber Eats. It was Postmates, and I was at the Apple store on it's Apple Knox Street here in Dallas, Texas. I saw him. He's a lot taller than what you would think he is. He's very tall, but he's not tall. We're about the same height. So, like I said, Ivan from Claire and Tayshia's season. The next guy we have is James, and he's from Katie's season. So I'm noticing a theme right here. So most people are from current seasons. You know, you got Claire and Tayshia, Katie, and Matt's season. The next person up is Jessenia, or is it Yesenia? Whichever one, y'all will correct me. I know y'all will. She's from Matt's season. Like I said, know who Matt is. Then we have Joe, and Joe is from Becca's season. I have no idea who the hell Becca is. No shade to Becca. Next up, we got Carl. We're going to talk about Carl. Carl comes from Katie's season. Like I said, it's a trend. Katie, Claire and Tayshia, and Matt's season. Then we have Kelsey. She is from Peter's season. Don't know who Peter is at all. Then we have Kenny. Kenny comes to us from Claire and Tayshia's season as well. We have Mari. She comes to us from Matt's season. We have Marissa, who comes to us from Peter's season. Natasha, she comes to us from Peter's season as well. Natasha is beautiful, gorgeous. We're gonna talk about Natasha though. We have Noah, now why did you just say, see, on ABC's Bachelor in Paradise, it says that Noah, oh, okay, I think I know what it is, right? So, you guys, feel free to correct me, right? So, Noah, he's from Tayshia's season, so correct me if I'm wrong. When Claire left, there were some guys who stayed, some guys who left, and then did they also bring in some other guys that were not a part of Claire's season? Please inform me of that one in the comment section below. Now here's a person that I said I don't remember seeing her. You guys can let me know if I missed her. I'm so sorry to you, Miss Lady. Serena Chu from Matt's season. Did you guys see Serena? Please let me know in the comment section because I don't remember seeing Serena. The only Serena I remember seeing is Serena P from Matt's season. But I don't remember seeing the other Serena. Then we have Tajuan, who's from, who the hell is Colton? Damn. Oh, does it get their season numbers? It does. So from season 23, Colton. That's not the one that just came out as gay, is it? Let me know in the comment section about that one. No, what is his name? What's the one that just came out as gay? What is his name? Isn't his name Colton? Isn't that him that just came out as gay? Colton Underwood, right? I'm pretty positive that's him. Tajuan, she's now Tajuan, gorgeous girl. Love. Oh, okay. I think I'm gonna like Tajuan. I want her to stop saying one thing, and we're gonna talk about that. Next up, we got Tammy from Peter's season. Then we have Trey, who comes to us from Katie's season. Now this person, I know exactly who she is. The Queen, Victoria from Matt's season. Actually, Victoria is no longer going by the Queen. She's going by the Goddess. You know what? When I look at Victoria, Victoria does not look the same. Now, I'm going to be honest with you guys. I did not watch, Matt's. I didn't watch any of these seasons. I didn't watch them at all. The only I will watch, like I said, I think I may have said this. Like, when I would go to the gym, like I told you guys before, I watch ABC all day. So I watch it from the View on down. So my TV during the day doesn't leave ABC. So on Mondays, when I would go to the gym, come home, The Bachelor and Bachelorette were on there. And so the first season that I would walk into my room was Claire and Tayshia's season. Then we moved over with Matt's season. But like I said, I didn't watch the show. But one night I came home from the gym and I walked in right as Victoria entered the villa or wherever they stayed on Matt's season. I saw her with that crown on, and she was talking about she's the queen. The only two people that I know from Matt's season is Queen Victoria and Dildo Girl. Dildo Girl, whoever Dildo Girl is Katie, isn't she? I think so. Now here's another person that I don't know if I saw them, Victoria from Paul's season. So let me know in the comment section, did I overlook them? So let me know if you guys saw Victoria, and let me know if you guys saw Serena Chu. I don't know if I saw them. Like I said, this is my first time, so I don't really know these people that well. But let's go ahead and talk about Bachelor in Paradise now that we know who the cast is. And also at the end of the episode, they added one more cast member, and I'm gonna wait to talk about her because she's not even on the website. But let's move on. Damn, that was 7 minutes. All right, you guys, so I've introduced you to the cast. I think this is gonna be a great season. So they introduced us to the cast, right? So the first person, Serena. Like I said, I'd never watched Bachelor or Bachelorette. So I didn't know that Serena, sent Matt home instead of Matt sending Serena home. I like Serena. So she tells us who she wants to meet. She wants to meet Brendan, who is from Tayshia's season. And then we see Tajuan. I think that's her name. If I'm saying her name wrong, you guys, don't hold it against me, right? So she's hoping to see Ivan from Tayshia and Claire's season. Then, like I said, Victoria, she's back. Like I said, the more I keep looking at Victoria, and I just looked at that picture again. Did Victoria do something to her lips? And I mean, she's blonde, but it looked like she did something to her lips and maybe her boobs. I don't know. But I'm definitely looking at her lips. So she's blonde. So the queen is dead at this point. So she is now the blonde goddess. You go for it, Victoria. Mari, who told you you had a big ass? I'm not being funny. I'm not being shady, but who told you that? Because I wasn't trying to look at your ass, but when you said that you got a big ass, I was like, yeah, Mari, I don't really see a big ass. You know, I'm a black man, and I know a big ass when I see one, and I'm sorry. Don't really see it, but whatever. So she wants to meet Kenny. Kenny, Kenny showed up to, Paradise. I'm wondering if Kenny was fully naked because, I mean, he got to be really comfortable to walk around naked in the hot sun. Because, I mean, Kenny, from how they portrayed it, Kenny didn't have absolutely jack diddly shit on his hoo-ha area, so his nether regions. Kenny is he's 40 years old. Wow. Kenny looks good for 40. I'm gonna give Kenny that one. He looks good for 40, right? So next up, we saw Abigail. Abigail, she's such a cute girl, so sweet. I love me some I like Abigail. From what I saw in this episode, love Abigail. So can you guys let me know in the comment section below about Abigail? Is she completely deaf or is she partially deaf? I don't know if you guys know, but I am partially deaf. I'm partially deaf in, is it this here? Yes, this one. So in my left ear, I have partial hearing, like partial hearing. We found out, when did we find out I was partially deaf? I was in elementary school, actually. I was in elementary school. It was actually when they did the hearing test. That's when we first found out that I was deaf, because a woman kept, they kept doing, stuff in the left ear, and she's like, "Do you hear that?" I'm like, "Mm-mm." She's like, "You don't hear anything." I'm like, "No, like I can hear when it gets really loud in my ear, I can hear that, but if it's low and light, I don't hear that shit." Actually, I went to the doctor last year. Like back in the 90s when they found out, they told me there was nothing that could be done for my hearing. No cochlear implant, they were still testing with cochlear implants at that time, and they told me a hearing aid wouldn't help. And at that time, like I said, they were starting to, do cochlear, but it wasn't as it is today. And then I went to the doctor last year, and she told me, "Yeah, I agree with your doctor from when you were a kid." She's like, "Your hearing she's like, "You do have hearing in it, but there's nothing that can be done that could help that, because," she's like, "You're deaf partially." She's like, "There's nothing that can be done." So yeah, let me know if she's, fully, but I know she can read lips. She can read lips. I would assume that she doesn't have, maybe she can read lips. I wonder if she can feel vibration. Well, I'm pretty positive she can feel vibration. I'm rambling. So where are we at? Abigail was talking about how tall, how tall Ivan is. He is tall. So we see that Joe and Ivan, they both want to see Serena P, who's a beautiful girl. So when I went to a commercial break, they were talking about they're ready to cast for a senior edition of The Bachelor. I'm in for that. Might not review it, but I'm definitely in for a senior version of The Bachelor. I'm gonna pause here, you guys, and we're gonna move forward. All right, you guys, so Natasha showed up. Natasha, very beautiful young lady, right? But her voice, I'm sorry, Natasha, your voice is annoying. But you're very pretty, but that voice, it was, I don't know if she was, making just, I don't know what it was. It was really high pitched for one, but yeah, it was a tad bit on the annoying side, right? So the Tammy girl, when she came to Paradise and she saw David Spade, who is a celebrity guest host, she was like, "Oh, I know who you are, Dave. Dave Chappelle." Really? That's what we doing? You gonna call you? I don't know if that was not a funny joke. Not a funny joke at all. Dave Chappelle, a black man, and you calling him okay. Got my eye on you, Tammy. So let's see, where are we at? So Noah, he comes and he tells David that he wants to meet Abigail. His reason for wanting to meet Abigail, because he's a nurse. He's worked with people who are hard of hearing. I'm like, I don't know if that means y'all have anything in common, but okay, go for it. But him and Abigail, they go for a little one-on-one time and they hit it off. So I'm like, okay, I can see it a lot more now that you don't mention the fact that she's hard of hearing. But okay, so Joe Joe is very, very quirky and he's awkward. Of all of guys so far that I think I like, Joe is top, and then Ivan. Joe and Ivan top two. Like those two guys right off the bat, right? Poor Joe. He was actually the first one to cry. And now he's questioning himself because, he met his ex-girlfriend who I don't know who she is. Don't know what, I want to listen to him when he said what her name was, so I don't know the young lady. No shade to her, I don't know that woman. Shout out to Mariah Carey for that one. So Joe and her were together for 2 years, I think he said, right? But they broke up, and we'll talk about that a little bit later, right? So he's questioning himself, right? So Tajuan, I believe that's how you pronounce her name. Once again, you guys will correct me in the comment section. I'm pretty positive of that. So Tajuan, she comes and she's talking about the fact that she went on a date with Trey's uncle. She repeated that more than once. I'm like, girl, if you're trying to kill the mood, you're doing a damn good job. Like, why do you keep saying that you went on with, like, anybody that she would tell, oh, she would talk to, oh, I talked to Trey, but I went out with his uncle. Oh, I talked to Trey, but I went out with his uncle. Oh, I talked to Trey, but I went out with his uncle. Oh, Trey, I went out with your uncle, right? Way to kill the mood. So then Carl shows up, and Carl's a no-go for me. Absolutely a no-go at this point for me. Carl can go. So David and Wells, I think that's the bartender's name, they come out and talk to the cast, right? So I don't know how this show worked. I don't know if this show was presenting roses to the men and the women, right? So there are 13 women and there are 10 men at this point. So the men this week have the powers in their hands. So the men are going to hand out the roses this week to the women. So they're going to send home 3 ladies, right? I was thinking to myself, like, and then they're telling, they tell them throughout Paradise, there'll be more people, there'll be people coming as well as people are leaving. There are people that'll be coming to Paradise. I'm like, oh, that's interesting. So I was thinking to myself, can we just kind of like swap one of the ladies for Carl? Like, can you take Carl's rose, give it to one of the ladies to not give to him? So we can send home 2 ladies and Carl. That'll work perfectly for me. Send home 2 ladies and send Carl's ass home right behind one of the ladies. I would be happy with that. So Victoria. So the ladies were talking about the men, right? With them having the roses. Trey mentioned it that, the ladies should, well, hey, we got the roses, so the ladies should come and pursue us. I don't think so. If I was a woman, I would not come pursue you. You come pursue me. And that's what Victoria wants. But when Victoria tried that, she's going to give them a smile for 5 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And they're supposed to come to her. Didn't happen. Yep, Victoria, you're going to have to go up and, approach one of these men. Because they definitely ain't coming to you. Damn. Let's pause and wrap up. I think I want to wrap up. All right, you guys. So Abigail and Noah, they got the date card, so they went on a date. I will say once again, I think Abigail and Noah, they're very cute. It seems like she's a little bit shy and reserved as well. So she's telling him how, she likes to take it slow, and it doesn't seem that Noah likes that. But hey. Now, see, I don't know how long this process is. I'm pretty sure it's a heightened process, much like the Bachelor. I'm pretty sure it's a heightened process. So slow might not be the best thing in this kind of process. So I think for me, I want Abigail to open up, right? So we see Connor and Marissa. They are on a date. And Connor, now they said that they weren't planning to kiss on the first date, on the first night. But Connor went in for the kiss with Marissa. Okay. So then we see Trey and Tajuan. Once again, I don't know if I'm saying her name right or wrong, but we'll be corrected. So they talk, right? And he tells her that he's really, really interested in her, despite the fact of her, like I said, this entire time she's been telling anyone who would listen that she went on a date with his uncle. I don't know why, and he went in for the kiss. So then, like I just said a few minutes ago, with Abigail, I just want Abigail to open up, right? So then, she and Noah kiss. And it was at that point I was like, oh God, it's a lot of kissing in this episode. Jesus Christ. This is just the first day and y'all kissing. Ugh. Ugh. I'm sorry, I'm not one of those people who like kissing. I don't. I hate it, to be quite honest with you guys. It ain't for me. I will kiss, but not like that. It's gonna take some time for me to get to kiss you. Like, it's gonna take me more than 1 hour, 1 day, 1 week. You might get a kiss from me at week 3, and it might be a like that. You're not getting tongue. Ooh, ooh. And then in a situation like this, where you're dating multiple people, JB is not doing it right at all. So Joe was talking to Wells, right? He tells Wells that he wants to go home, but Serena P is very much interested in Joe, and I love that she went up to Joe and had a conversation with him, because earlier in the episode they had the most awkward conversation, but she liked it. So, she and Joe talk about him and his ex breaking up. He says, they basically grew apart, and then the distance thing. I guess they couldn't figure out who was gonna move where. So that's one thing. But I am glad that Serena went up to him and talked to him, and Serena and Joe kissed. So it's just a lot of kissing going on. A lot of kissing going on in the first episode. And then at the end of the episode, we get one more person added to the show, and it is Demi. I don't know who Demi is. I don't know what season Demi's from. You guys can let me know in the comment section where Demi comes from. And that's it, you guys. That's the first episode of Bachelor in Paradise. Let me know what you guys thought about the episode. Leave your comments in the comment section below. Subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell button so you guys are aware when I drop videos. And share the video. Until the next one, guys, stay safe out there. Take care of yourselves. Remember to wash your hands, wear a mask, socially distance, be blessed, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Did not know that this show was 2 hours long. I'll see you guys later. Bye, guys.